بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, my students? I hope that you're happy and healthy and ready for today's lesson, which is the second enrichment. In today's lesson, at the end of this session, you will be able to, these are the objectives here, compare using comparatives, adjectives. So we will be using comparatives. We'll be learning about comparatives today. Write the comparative and superlative form of an adjective. So we'll be learning about comparatives and also the superlative form of the adjectives. Form irregular comparatives for the adjectives. Form irregular superlative for some adjectives. Use need to be done correctly, need to be. And use have or get something, past participle correctly. Use past participles as an adjective. So we'll be using past participles as adjectives. So we're beginning here in the form meaning function. We're beginning with the comparative and superlative forms of adjectives. Let's read together and study here. The comparative here, we use adjective plus er. We use the adjective plus the er. So we add er. Or more, less plus the adjective to make the comparative. So we have two kinds here. We can take the adjective and add the letters er, or use more or less, then we write the adjective. Why? To make the comparison, to make the comparative. Here's the first example. Email is fast. Again, email is a fast way to communicate. So the adjective here is the word fast, to communicate. Instant messaging, like we use today, instant messaging, chatting, is faster than email, is faster than email. So what are we comparing here? Yes, we are comparing the email and the instant messaging. The second example here, print newspapers are popular. This is the adjective here, popular. Print newspapers are popular. Online newspapers have become more popular than print newspaper. Again, online newspapers have become more popular than print newspaper. So what do we compare here? Yes, that's correct. We are comparing the print newspapers and the online newspapers. The third example, smartphones are expensive. This is the adjective here. Cell phones are less expensive. Cell phones, again, smartphones are expensive, cell phones are less expensive. So this means that they are both expensive, but the cell phones are just a little bit less expensive. So we are comparing two objects here, the smartphones and the cell phones. So what is being compared in each sentence? As we said, the first one is the email and the instant messaging. The second one is the print versus the online newspaper. The third one, smartphones and cell phones. Note here, the comparative is often used with than. You say instant messaging is faster than email. Online newspaper is more popular than printed newspaper, and so on. So use the word than. Why do we add er to fast? To the adjective fast, but we say more or less before popular and expensive. When we were talking about the adjective fast, we added er. But when we said popular and expensive, we added more or less. Why do we do that? So let's answer here. We add er to most one-syllable adjectives. So the adjectives that have one syllable, we add er to them when we make them comparative. And we use more and less with most three-syllable adjectives. With most three, not all, focus on the word most, three-syllable adjectives. So if most one-syllable adjectives, we just add er, and most three-syllable adjectives, we use more or less. Before we begin this slide, do you know what a syllable is? Yes, a syllable is the part of the word. For example, the adjective expensive. How many syllables do you have here? Yes, that's correct. We have three syllables. Ex, pen, expensive. We have 3 syllables. What about the adjective fast? Yes, that's correct. That's 1 syllable. So the syllable is the part of the sound you hear in the word. Comparative and superlative forms of adjectives. Now we're talking about the superlative. So the comparative is comparing 2 objects. The superlative is comparing 1 object from a group. 1 object from a group. We use the plus adjective plus est, or the, most, least plus the adjective to make the superlative. Let's see the examples here. Face-to-face courses are the fastest. The fast, this is the adjective here. Then we added est. So the adjective fast, then we added est. Face-to-face courses are the fastest way to learn. Face-to-face courses are the fastest way to learn. So we're comparing the face-to-face learning in all the ways of learning. Our online courses are the most popular. The most popular. We added the, then we write the word most, and we wrote the adjective popular. Face-to-face courses are expensive. Blended learning is less expensive. Less expensive. Our short online course is the least expensive way to study. So we have less expensive and the least expensive way to study. Why est and most have been added to the adjectives fast and popular? So the adjective fast, we added est, and the adjective popular, we added the word most. Again, the speaker is comparing 3 or more things in terms of speed and popularity. So we use the superlative when we compare 1 thing to the group that it's in. Some adjectives have irregular comparative and superlative forms. They don't go by the rules that we just said. For example, here, the adjective good. The comparative form for it is better, and the superlative form is the best. So we say good and better when we compare 2 things. When you say, for example, my car is better than your car, or you can say my car is the best car. Or the adjective bad. The comparative form is worse, and the superlative form is the worst. Again, why do we add est to fast, but add most or least before popular and expensive? We add est to most 1-syllable adjectives, just like we took in the comparative. To most 1-syllable adjectives when we make them superlative, and we use most with the most 3-syllable adjectives. So we're coming back to the syllables. If it's most of the 1 syllable, we use est, the fastest, for example. And if it's most 3-syllable adjectives, we write most or least. Second question, what word do we usually use before superlative adjectives? Before we write the superlative adjective, we have to write just a small word before it. What is it? That's correct. It's the word the. The fastest, the slowest, and so on. Why do we use faster in sentence about email and instant messaging, but we use the fastest in the sentence about face-to-face learning? With the comparative, we compare 2 people, 2 places, or 2 things. So the comparative, we compare between 2 things. With the superlative, we compare 3 or more items in a group or in the entire world. So we are comparing 1 thing to the group that it's in, or the entire world. When you say this tower is the highest tower, you mean that in the world. Here's a language builder for you. We can use both er or more and est or most with many 2-syllable adjectives. So now we're talking about the 2 syllables. We were talking about 1 syllable and 3 syllables. Now we're talking about the 2-syllable adjectives. Again, we can use both er or more, both of them, and est or most, both of them, with many 2-syllable adjectives. For example, the adjective here, polite, you can say politer or you can say more polite. They both are correct. Polite is a two-syllable adjective, polite. So you can either write politer or more polite. We usually use ER and EST with adjectives ending in Y, OW, LE, and ER. Again, we usually use ER and EST with adjectives ending, the adjectives that ends with Y, OW, LE, and ER. For example, prettier. The adjective pretty, we say prettier. The adjective heavy, we say heavier. Narrow, narrower. Simple, simpler. And clever, we say cleverer. So we usually add ER or EST. So we treat them as if they were a one-syllable adjective. We use more or most with two-syllable adjectives ending in ED. So if we have a two-syllable adjective ending in ED, ING, FUL, LESS, for example, more tired, more boring. Tired is ending with ED. More boring. Boring is ending with ED. So we treat them as a three-syllable adjective, more stressful and more careless. Here's an exercise for you. Complete the sentences with the comparative or superlative forms of the adjectives in the parenthesis. Use the. Don't forget the before superlative. Always don't forget the word the. So the first one, the clock tower of Abraj al-Bayt towers in Mecca is one of, and the adjective here, tall buildings in the world. Tall buildings in the world. So we have to decide, is this a comparative or a superlative? Yes, this is a superlative. And the adjective tall, how many syllables do we have here? Yes, this is a one-syllable adjective. So, yes, one of the tallest, because it's a superlative and it's a one syllable, we added EST. And don't forget the tallest, tall, and we added EST because it's a one syllable adjective. Social networking is a good way to stay connected with friends. Social networking is the best way to stay connected with friends. Among all the ways how to connect with friends, social networking is the best. The Taj Mahal in India is one of beautiful buildings in the world. So in the world, this is a superlative. And beautiful, how many syllables here? Okay, let's say it together. Beautiful, beautiful. So we have three syllables here. So yes, that's correct. The most beautiful buildings in the world. The Taj Mahal in India is one of the most beautiful buildings in the world. Number 4, popular online video game on the market is Big Ideas 2. Popular. Yes, the most popular online video game on the market is Big Ideas 2. Notice here, this is a superlative because we're not comparing two objects together. We're comparing one among its group. So we say here the most popular. Look at the statements and choose the best option. Work with a partner. Give opinion with some reasons. Use comparative and superlatives. Of course, the first one is already done for you. Smartphones, cell phones are a waste of time. This is giving your own opinion. You say, in my opinion, smartphones are a waste of money. Cell phones are cheaper and less addictive. So we're comparing smartphones and cell phones, and you say that they are a waste of money. So this is the first one, which is already done. So the second one, the best way to make new friends is by using social media or joining a school club. So you can write your own opinion, use the comparative and the superlative also. How do you answer the second one? Okay, let's see the answer here. I think joining a school club is a better way to make new friends. So we use the we use the comparative here because we're comparing two things, the social media or joining the school club. Again, you say, I think joining a school club is a better way to make new friends. Number 3, car or plane travel is more dangerous than car or plane travel. So which is more dangerous to you? And remember to use the comparative here because we're comparing about two things. Yes, you say, I believe traveling by plane is safer from the adjective safe than traveling by car. Again, I believe traveling by plane is safer than traveling by car. Or you can say traveling by car is more dangerous than traveling by plane. Both are correct. Number 4, nowadays people prefer to shop online, shop at the mall. So how do we answer this one? Yes, in my opinion, shopping at the mall is better than online shopping. In my opinion, shopping at the mall is better than online shopping because you can see and feel the object. Maybe it's a shoe, maybe you can feel the leather of the shoe, and so on. So in my opinion, shopping at the mall is better than online shopping. Number 5 here, the best way for young children to learn is by using technology such as computers, laptops, and tablets. And the second option here is reading books. So which here is your preference, of course. Okay, this is your preference. Let's see. I think using technology is better because it's easier to access media and look up things like information, pictures, and so on. I think using technology is better because it's easier to access media and look up information. Number 6, it is better to take a train or a bus drive to college. Again, it is better to take a train or a bus, or the other option, drive to college. So what's your preference? And use the comparative form, of course. Let's see the answer here together. I believe driving to college is better because you keep your stuff in your car. I believe driving to college is a better way because you keep your stuff, all your belongings in your car. Number 7, on weekends, I prefer to see family, friends. On weekends, which means every weekend. Do you prefer to go out with your friends? Do you prefer to go out with your family and you keep your friends on weekdays? So this is just a matter of personal preference. How do you organize your time? So what do you say? Again, on weekends, I prefer to see family, friends. Yes, I think I prefer to see my family. On weekends, I think I prefer to see my family. And the second part of the lesson here need to be done. Done here is the past participle, of course. The TV needs to be fixed. When you say the TV needs to be fixed, meaning someone needs to fix the TV. It's not you. You say someone needs to fix the TV. The car seats need to be cleaned. Someone needs to clean the car seats. Will the speaker fix the TV himself or herself? Of course not. Does the speaker intend to clean the car seats him or herself? Of course not. When you use this form, the TV needs to be fixed. It means that you want someone to come and fix the TV. We use this structure when we want someone else to perform a service for us. The second part here, have, get something done. Use have or get with past participle when someone else performs the service for you. We use this structure, this form, when someone else is performing the service for you, not you fixing the car, someone else is fixing. The rooms need to be decorated. The rooms need to be decorated. So you say, we're having or getting, you can choose either. We're having the rooms decorated. We're having the rooms decorated, which means someone else is decorating the room. The air conditioner needs to be repaired. The air conditioner needs to be repaired. We're going to have or get the air conditioner repaired. We are going to have or get, of course, here we're talking about the future here. We're going to have the air conditioner repaired, or we're going to have or to get the air conditioner repaired. Notice here we're talking about a future event. Who will repair the air conditioner? Of course, not us. We'll bring a professional to fix it. The house needed to be painted. Needed, past tense here. You say we had or got the house painted. When you say we had the house painted or we got the house painted, it means that you got someone else to do the service for you. Some workers came and painted the house. You say I had the house or I got the house painted. So we use this structure, have or get something done, when someone else is performing the service for you. Again, we use the structure when we want someone else to perform a service for us. Have or get something done. Use have or get with past participles when someone else performs the service for you. Focus on the time and the tense being used in each example sentence. The sentences here focus on the time and the tense. We're having the rooms decorated. The first example, we're having the rooms decorated. At the moment, we're talking about now. Now we're having the rooms decorated. Someone is now at the room decorating it. So we're using the present progressive. We're going to have the air conditioner repaired. As we said before, this is a future event. We used going to do. We had the house painted. This is past time, a finished action. We used simple past tense. Past participles as adjectives. You can take some past participles and make them work as adjectives. For example, break, broken. The past participle broken. The cell phone was broken. This is past participle. I threw away the broken cell phone. The broken cell phone. I'm describing the cell phone as broken here. So this is an adjective. Crack and cracked. The tablet screen was cracked. This is past participle. I got the cracked screen replaced. So here we are describing the screen as cracked. So this is an adjective here. Damaged, damaged. The laptop was damaged. The computer technician fixed the damaged laptop. So here I'm describing the laptop as damaged. So let's answer the question here. Complete the conversation. Use the correct form of the verbs in the parentheses. Then practice the conversation with a partner. So we have a conversation between Khalid and Joe. Let's read it together. I and the verb have this car for 6 months. Yes, that's correct. I have had this car for 6 months and it gives me all kinds of problems. Joe, what is it this time? Khalid, it not start in the mornings. Each and every morning. Yes, it doesn't start in the mornings. Joe, maybe it's because of the cold or the battery might be low. So, yes, might be low. It probably needs, and the verb recharge. Yes, it needs to be recharged. Khalid, it isn't that. I just have put in a new battery. Yes, I just had put in a new. I just had put a new battery in. Again, I just had put a new battery in, and it still won't start. I think the starter needs repair. Yes, needs to be repaired, meaning someone else will repair it for me. Is there anything else wrong with the car? Yes, the exhaust pipe fall, excellent, is falling off, and the radiator is leaking. They both need, and the verb fix. Yes, need to be fixed. Someone else has to fix it for me. Joe, is your car under warranty? Khalid, yes, it is. Joe, then you shouldn't worry. We'll everything, and the verb have and fix. Yes, we'll have everything fixed for you, Khalid. That's what you said last time. That's what you said last time. Next exercise here, talk about what you get or have done regularly, or need to get or have done, or will get or have done soon. Use the ideas in the box. Of course, we are all the sentences talking about someone else will do these things for me. Create a website, either with the present, future, or past. Yes, I need to have a website created. Past participle here. I need to have a website created. Fix my printer. The printer is broken. Yes, I have to have or to get my printer fixed. I have to fix it. I have to have my printer fixed. Number 3, service my laptop computer. Yes, I have my laptop computer serviced. Excellent. Print my digital photos. Of course, someone else will print them for me at the center. So, I need to have my digital photos printed. Last one here, replace the screen on my tablet. Will I replace it myself? Of course not. I don't know how. So, I go to a specialist who will replace it for me. So, what do I say here? I will get the screen on my tablet replaced soon. Again, I will get the screen on my tablet replaced soon. And with that, we reach the end of this lesson. See you next lesson, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.